Good morning. My toxic relationship with Tom Ford continues. I could not resist the new concealer that launched. This is the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Concealer. Something about it was giving me the feels on the inside, and I was like, I need to try that because Tom Ford complexion slash base products less toxic and inconsistent than the eyeshadows, and I just had to know the caveats, the thing that's like the cost of this little concealer stick is $60. I've tried a $60 concealer from Tom Ford in the past, and I loved it. I feel like it did expire pretty quickly, but I did love it. And so I was like, I need to try this concealer since I love the other concealer. So I picked it up. Right now, this new Tom Ford concealer is a Nordstrom exclusive. So if you want to get it, gotta get it from Nordstrom. There are 20 shades of this concealer, and I picked up the shade 2W1 Taupe. And it's really great because on their website, they have a chart. So if you have any Tom Ford foundations, whatever foundation shade you have, it will tell you what concealer shade is going to work the best for you. So I seized the opportunity, and while I placed this order for the concealer, I picked up a Traceless foundation stick. Love this foundation. It is so pricey. It really hurt, but I knew I loved this. I had to declutter it because it just got old. It had a scent, and I've been missing this for my collection. Sometimes when I declutter, you know, I completely forget about the product. This is one that I have not forgotten about, so I wanted to purchase this to pair with the concealer. So let's take a look at what the concealer has to offer. So this is the box it's going to come in. You can see 3.5 grams of product. Here is the ingredient list. I guess, is this the ingredient list? If you need to take a look at it, the product itself says it's made in Japan. And that's interesting because on the Nordstrom website, it says it's made in Italy. But on here, it says it's made in Japan. So something, the math ain't mathin', Tom. Okay, are you lying to us? I am corrected. This is also the ingredient list. It's just very long. Carried over here. And they also do not have a shelf life on this. Okay, I'm missing critical information here. Keep it secrets. Then here is the packaging. Honestly, for me, as elegant as it may be, it's quite boring. It does have a snap closure, not magnetic. The packaging feels really sturdy though. And here is the product itself. Like I said, I picked up 2W1 Taupe. Now, what Nordstrom says about this is this stick is skincare infused. So it's going to hydrate while also providing buildable coverage with a seamless soft matte finish. It does not have a soft matte finish. I'll tell you that in a second. So it has imperfection blurring makeup technology. It features hyaluronic acid for instant 12-hour hydration. And it says over time, you know, it's going to reduce the look of fine lines and wrinkles, vitamin E, whatever. This is not a first impressions. This is my third day impression. I already have my full thoughts on this. I just wanted to catch it on camera for you guys. So let's take a look at the product itself. I absolutely hate the shape of this concealer. I find it hard to get on the under eyes, which is where I'm most likely applying this. And then here's, I don't want to waste too much of product. This is pretty expensive stuff right here, but you can see it melts right into the hand. Okay, let's go ahead and just put this on. I have all of my skincare done. I just hydrated with a little bit of the Dalba First Spray Serum right before this, so that's what's giving me this glow. Okay, so we're going to start off by getting some acne scars so you can see how this covers. I do not like using a sponge to apply this. You completely lose the coverage. You can use your finger and literally pat it on. You can go like that, and then you can blend it out. I'm going to show you this method as well. This is a Rephr Beauty concealer brush. This brush is perfect for using this. Now, if you are my shade, I use the shade 4.5 Ivory in the Tom Ford foundation stick. The shade they recommended to me, I feel like is a little dark for the under eyes, but for spot concealing, while it is a hint dark, it's fine. I wish I would have gotten a lighter shade, but I'm still very happy with this. So I'm gonna use this brush. I really do like using this brush directly on the product and then using it to apply because I feel like you do get the most coverage. But look, it completely got rid of the redness there. It does not fully cover this acne scar. It's not a full coverage concealer. If that's what you're looking for, I would look for a concealer in a more liquid format. I mean, not saying that concealers like this can't have full coverage, but this one's not going to give it to you. I'm going to put a little bit on the nose. I really like this brush application. Yesterday I was using my finger to apply and blend it, but I feel like the brush is giving more of an airbrushed, natural kind of look. So this is a good way to apply. Now what I hate about the shape of this, it's very uncomfortable. It just doesn't quite fit into the crevices of the face or the eye right here. So I don't love the shape that they made this, but let me show you. You can also use your fingers to blend this just to get a quick blend. This concealer does not give full coverage. It gives a light to medium coverage, so be prepared for that. But you can see it is extremely skin-like. You can hardly tell I have any makeup on. So that's, you know, a really great compromise for it lacking in coverage if that's what you're looking for. But it looks so skin-like, so natural. If you're into no makeup, this is amazing. I'm also gonna try this method to see if we can build up some coverage, because it does say it is a buildable coverage and you can get a little bit more coverage. But my suggestion would be, if you are using it on the under eyes and you have very dark circles, some purple, definitely use a color corrector underneath to get the most out of this concealer, so that way you don't need to over apply, because if you over apply concealer, it is more likely to crease. So take a look right here. This is the concealer side and the not concealer side. Love this concealer. I think it looks really nice. Like I said, it has a very skin-like finish. Now the thing is, it says it has a seamless soft matte finish. I completely disagree with that. I feel like my skin looks really hydrated wherever I applied it. I think it has a natural finish, and as the day goes on, I feel like it does get glowier. I'm gonna apply this with the brush now, instead of patting it down directly on the eye with the stick itself. Ooh, yes. Concealer brush is the best method. I did not use this method yesterday. This is my favorite. I'm not saying it necessarily gives the fullest level of coverage, but it does a pretty good job. And I feel like the application is just easier. It's more gentle on the face, and it does the blending work for you. But it works great blending out with the finger. I did enjoy that yesterday. So instantly, I don't have any foundation on, and you don't need to have foundation when you use this concealer because it looks so skin-like. This is stunning. So many people are going to love it. I can see the hydrating properties that it talks about. It feels very hydrating throughout the day. It looks very hydrating throughout the day. I'm telling you right now, this is a phenomenal concealer for no makeup people who like a concealer where you don't even need to put foundation on. It looks that seamless and that skin-like, or mature skin. If I was still an active makeup artist, I know this is $60, but I would consider putting this in my kit for mature skin clients, because I'm going to put a little bit of the foundation stick on, which this is also phenomenal. I'm so happy I ordered this again. I was missing it, you guys. I really was. It's a great foundation. Once again, very similar to the concealer in that it looks so skin-like. I'm using the Rare Beauty foundation brush now to blend it out. I love the Rare Beauty foundation and concealer brush. And just like the concealer, the foundation, while I am not reviewing the foundation today, it perfectly complements the concealer. My skin looks perfect. It doesn't look heavy. It feels hydrated. It's evened everything out. They don't provide full coverage in either product, but they give just enough to even everything out, make your skin look nicer. Okay, I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup. I'm going to quickly show you what base products I'm using with some music. I'll come back and we'll do a wear test today. Alright, here is the makeup look for today. I'll have everything that I have on my face down below. As you can see, I've kept the under eyes blank so that we can really keep an eye on this. You did see I used some powder on the under eyes. The first time that I wore this, I wore it without powder, and it worked great without powder. It allowed, like, if the product did travel into the fine lines, I could easily pat the product out and it looked good as new. The concealer consistently stayed looking fresh. It did move a little bit, which is why I would have to pat it out. But for quickie errands and stuff, definitely you can get away without powdering if you choose to do it that way. With me wearing this for a long time today and living in Florida in general, I prefer to set with a powder, so I did that today. And I also used powder yesterday, and I think it does help with longevity. It helps the product from traveling. So for long wear, I do recommend lightly setting with a powder, but it looks really nice and lightweight on the under eyes. And hopefully what you got from this in the beginning, one, if you're looking for something that's going to erase all of your problems with very full coverage, you're not going to get that with this. This one is more about just naturally making your skin look better. I would say it builds up to like a light medium coverage concealer. You still will get the coverage on any acne spots, but maybe a little bit of color might poke through, which in that case, using something like a color corrector is most definitely going to help that. But I think the shining point about this that makes it unique is how skin-like it looks on the skin and how hydrated it keeps the skin feeling even on the under eyes. So I'm gonna do a wear test today so you can see how this guy performs. I'm telling you now, I love this concealer. I think the wear time on it was really spectacular as well, but you guys will see it firsthand. So I am going to head out and I'll catch you guys in a few hours. Okay, it has been about 4 hours since I put the makeup on this morning, and I wanted to show you. You can see the concealer is like traveling a little bit, but my iPhone also makes it look 30 times worse than it actually is. It actually looks really good because normally with concealers, you know, if you have fine lines, you smile, this is gonna happen, and the product just looks so much thinner and softer compared to most concealers that I work with. And all it's gonna take to kind of clear it up, which I'm not going to since I'm doing wear test, if you just take your finger, and this is what I used to tell my brides and clients to do, and pat it out, or a really soft, not dense at all brush, and just kind of re-blend it out, you're gonna be good as new. And that's what I really like about this concealer, and what I've noticed, especially from the prior days that I've worn this. I would take a brush or my finger, just pat it out, and I would be good as new, and it wouldn't make the wear time shorter before it started to go into the fine lines again. It almost started fresh. So, you know what? I'm gonna show you. So I'm just gonna take a soft blending brush. There's no product on it. And just like that, pretty much good as new. So if you do struggle with this, make sure you do this. And listen up, you guys. This is the best tip for mature skin, to do what I did with the brush. And this concealer, I swear, is so perfect and made for it. Completely refreshed. I didn't lose any coverage from doing that, so definitely recommend this technique. We are looking good as new. Oh, I love this concealer. All right, guys, so it has been about 9 hours since I first put on my makeup this morning. I am oily, but my skin still looks so healthy. All I need is like a little bit of pressing in and we're already looking fresher. But let's pay attention to the under eyes, shall we? They look fantastic. You saw I did that little rub out like 5 hours ago, and it still looks really nice. So you'll see, even if the concealer travels, it is not really super pronounced. And again, use that soft blending brush and we are pretty much good to go. Obviously a little drier now that the day has gone by. But anyways, this concealer was $60 and it might be worth it. I hate to break it to you guys, but Tom Ford did a really phenomenal job with this concealer. It reminds me a lot of this foundation, which I already know is worth the money for me. And for me, I think this concealer might be worth it because the finish is so natural. The wear is so nice. It's very hydrating. If you are looking for a full coverage concealer that, again, is going to erase all of your problems, this is not the concealer for you. This is just to make it look a little bit better. Add a little bit of color over a little bit of coverage, but not too much. But I think for me, I can definitely give up coverage for how beautiful and light this wears, and I just cannot get over how amazing this is going to end up being for mature skin and for my fellow everyday makeup wearers who prefer more neutral, natural kind of makeup. This is phenomenal. There really is not a flaw to this product. So I'm gonna back up because we're uncomfortably close. So overall, you guys, I love this concealer. If you have $60 to spare on a concealer, it's definitely a very nice product. I'm not gonna tell you that you have to spend $60 on this, because $60 is an absolutely ridiculous price to pay for a concealer. But just know it performs beautifully like I would expect a $60 concealer to perform. So I hope you guys enjoyed this wear test with me and enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel. Lots of new makeup has come out lately. I've been reviewing new stuff every single day. And yeah, make sure you like this video. If you've tried this concealer, let me know down below your skin type and how it worked out for you, what your experience was. Let's help each other out. Yeah, bye guys. I'll see you in the next one.